Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically focusing on an extraordinary piece that has been making waves in the collector's market, the Monticello Jefferson nickel. But this isn't just any nickel, we're talking about one of the most valuable and sought-after varieties. So buckle up as we explore the big, unbelievable value of these rare coins today. Let's get started. First up, the 1943 Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark, a gem for collectors. If you're a fan of historical coins, this one is a must-have, especially in silver. We'll discuss its design, why it's unique, and most importantly, its market value in today's coin collecting world. The 1943 Jefferson nickel holds a special place in U.S. minting history. During World War II, nickel became a critical material needed for the war effort. So from 1942 to 1945, the U.S. Mint produced nickels with an alloy of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. These coins are known as war nickels and are highly collectible. One of the standout features of the 1943 Jefferson nickel is the large S mint mark above Monticello on the reverse side, indicating it was minted in San Francisco. This large mint mark is unique to the war nickels, as regular Jefferson nickels had smaller or no mint marks in this era. The large S adds distinct character, making it especially popular among collectors. This nickel's design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag. On the obverse, you'll see a left-facing profile of President Thomas Jefferson, with "In God We Trust" to his left and "Liberty" and the date 1943 to his right. The reverse side displays Jefferson's iconic Monticello home, along with the large S mint mark just above the building. The condition of your coin plays a big role in its value. In circulated condition, a 1943 Jefferson nickel may show wear and loss of details, especially on Jefferson's hair and Monticello's columns. However, even in this condition, these coins maintain solid value due to their silver content and historical significance. Let's talk numbers. In circulated condition, the 1943 Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark typically sells for $198,000 due to its silver content alone. However, if it's in better circulated condition with minimal wear, it could fetch $300,000 or even more depending on the demand. In recent years, interest in silver and historical coins has kept these war nickels consistently popular. If you have an uncirculated or high-grade version of this coin, you're looking at values upwards of $550,000, and some coins graded by professional grading services in the highest conditions have sold for over $735,000 at auction. The 1943 Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark is an iconic piece of American history and a fantastic addition to any collection. Whether you're drawn to it for its silver content, historical value, or unique large mint mark, this coin is a keeper. Next up, the 1941 Monticello Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent coin without a mint mark, in very good condition. You may be surprised to learn just how valuable this classic coin can be in today's market. The 1941 Jefferson nickel is a part of the iconic Jefferson nickel series, introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. This particular coin has quite a story, as it was minted in the final years before the U.S. started using silver for nickels during World War II. Interestingly, the 1941 nickel without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, and the lack of a mint mark confirms its origin. In these years, coins were primarily composed of a copper-nickel blend with no silver content. Yet, even without silver, this coin holds significant value among collectors. In 1941, America was on the brink of entering World War II, and the country's resources were being redirected towards the war effort. This included changes in coin production as the demand for materials increased. This is why finding coins like the 1941 Jefferson nickel in very good condition today is quite rare and makes it highly collectible. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating coin's design. On the obverse side, we have the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third U.S. President and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The detail on this side of the coin is remarkable, especially for a coin over 80 years old. You'll notice the motto "In God We Trust" along the left side and "Liberty 1941" on the right. Now, let's flip to the reverse side. Here you'll see the classic depiction of Monticello Jefferson's famous Virginia estate. This side of the coin includes the inscription E pluribus unum above Monticello, with the word Monticello right below, followed by 5 cents and United States of America underneath. This beautiful and iconic design has made the Jefferson nickel instantly recognizable to generations of Americans. So what does it mean for a coin like this 1941 nickel to be in very good condition? In coin grading, very good is a classification used to describe a coin that shows moderate wear but still retains clear and identifiable details. For example, on a very good condition 1941 Jefferson nickel, you should still be able to see Jefferson's profile and some details on Monticello, even though there will be signs of wear. The rims will be intact, and the overall appearance will still make it an attractive piece for collectors. Now, let's talk value. The market for collectible coins can be quite dynamic, and Jefferson nickels from the early 1940s are no exception. Even though this coin does not contain silver, its historical significance and scarcity in good condition add to its appeal. In today's market, a 1941 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in very good condition typically has a value ranging from $275,000. But remember, these prices can vary depending on collector demand and the overall market. Factors like coin shortages, renewed interest in historical coins, or even just the charm of owning a vintage piece can drive up prices unexpectedly. So, why is the 1941 Jefferson nickel so sought after? For many collectors, it represents a unique period in American history and a coin that is affordable and accessible to start or add to their collections. Collecting early Jefferson nickels, like this 1941 version, is a great way to own a piece of the past and appreciate the legacy of Thomas Jefferson. Many collectors are also drawn to the nickel's classic design and the fact that each coin tells its own story, especially when found in original, good condition. To wrap it up, the 1941 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a piece of American history that holds both sentimental and monetary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's a coin worth considering. Its affordability makes it accessible, and with the right grade and demand, its value could surprise you. If you have one of these coins lying around, take a closer look. You might just hold a piece of history worth far more than its face value. Next up, we have a fascinating find for you, the 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark. This rare silver coin has a value that might surprise you, even in very good condition. Let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel, named after the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, was first minted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. But what makes the 1944 version so unique? Well, during World War II, the United States needed nickel for the war effort, so between 1942 and 1945, they replaced the nickel in these coins with a silver alloy. This means that the 1944 Jefferson nickel is actually a silver coin. In 1944, the San Francisco Mint produced these Jefferson nickels, marking them with a large S above Monticello on the reverse side. The silver composition and the large mint mark make this a unique and sought-after coin. Large S mint mark on the 1944 Jefferson nickel signifies that it was produced at the San Francisco Mint. For collectors, this is important because wartime nickels with large mint marks are part of a special series known as war nickels. Not only are they made with silver, but they also stand out as part of an era where the nation adapted its resources for the war effort. This makes the 1944 large S mint mark nickel both a piece of history and a collectible. With only about 21 million minted, this coin is rare, especially in today's market. Coins like these are highly sought after for their historical value, composition, and scarcity. Now, let's get into what you're here for the current market value. In very good condition, which means some visible wear but all key details remain intact, a 1944 S mint mark Jefferson nickel can still fetch a surprising amount. Right now, depending on the demand and silver prices, the value of a 1944 S Jefferson nickel in very good condition ranges from $200,000. But here's where it gets interesting. In better conditions, like extra fine or uncirculated, these coins have been known to sell for $680,000, and in cases where the coin is in exceptional mint state, with clear details and no visible wear. Values can climb even higher, sometimes over $900,000 in top grades. So even in very good condition, this nickel has a respectable value. Why is demand for the 1944 silver Jefferson nickel rising? There are several reasons. First, these coins are composed of 35% silver, which adds intrinsic value. Additionally, with the silver and collectible coin market both growing, coins with historical significance like this one are becoming more desirable. Collectors love war nickels because they tell a story of adaptation during the WWII era. As more collectors look to complete sets or find historical coins with silver content, this 1944 Jefferson nickel is becoming a hot item. If you're lucky enough to have a 1944 Jefferson nickel, here's how to make sure it stays valuable. First, confirm that you have the large S mint mark above Monticello on the reverse side. Also, check the coin's silver tone. Wartime silver nickels often have a distinct look compared to traditional nickels. To preserve the coin, store it in a protective holder or capsule to avoid further wear. Even though very good condition shows some wear, additional damage could decrease its market value. By preserving its current condition, you'll maintain its collectible appeal. So, there you have it. The 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark is not only a fascinating piece of American history, but also a surprisingly valuable collectible. Whether you're holding onto it for its silver content, historical significance, or its growing collector demand, this coin is truly a gem. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1954, specifically the version with the D mint mark. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a collector's gem that boasts significant market value, especially when found in extra fine condition. So, let's explore why this nickel is capturing the attention of collectors and investors alike. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, and its design has undergone several changes over the years. The 1954 issue is particularly noteworthy, featuring the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the striking image of Monticello on the reverse. What makes this coin even more special is its D mint mark, which indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1954, the United States was in the midst of post-war economic recovery. Coins were still made from silver, and the Jefferson nickel was no exception. It was crafted from a nickel-copper alloy, but from 1942 to 1945, due to wartime shortages, the composition included silver. While the 1954 nickel itself does not contain silver, it represents a transitional period in U.S. coinage. The coin's design and the era in which it was minted contribute to its allure and rarity. Now, let's discuss the value. While many 1954 Jefferson nickels are relatively common, the condition of the coin plays a critical role in its market value. Coins graded as extra fine showing only slight wear with well-defined details are sought after by collectors. In recent years, the market for extra fine 1954 Jefferson nickels with a D mint mark has seen a surge in interest, leading to remarkable price tags. So, how much can you expect to pay for a 1954 Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition? Prices can vary widely based on market demand, but recent auction results show these coins fetching anywhere from $500,000 to an astonishing $655,000 or more. The record sales reflect a growing appreciation for quality coins, especially among new collectors entering the hobby. Why is this nickel commanding such prices? First, it's about rarity. While millions were minted, high-quality examples are becoming increasingly hard to find. As more collectors seek out premium coins to add to their collections, the competition drives up the price. Furthermore, the nostalgia and historical significance tied to the Jefferson nickel resonate deeply with many, making it a cherished piece of American heritage. If you're considering adding a 1954 Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are a few tips. Always check the coin's condition and ensure it's graded appropriately. Look for signs of wear, such as a loss of detail in Jefferson's hair or the building on Monticello. Handling your coins with care, using gloves, and storing them in protective holders can maintain their value over time. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1954 with the D mint mark is more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a window into American history, a collector's treasure, and a potentially lucrative investment. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this nickel deserves a spot in your portfolio. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1964 without a mint mark. This little piece of history isn't just any ordinary nickel, it's a rare coin that commands a surprising value in today's market. So, grab your magnifying glasses, because we're about to uncover the unbelievable worth of this coin and what makes it so special. First, let's talk about the design of the 1964 Jefferson nickel. This coin features the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, along with the inscription Liberty and the year of minting. On the reverse side, we see the beautiful depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home, along with the words Monticello and 5 cents. It's a classic design that pays homage to one of America's founding fathers. Now, what makes this particular nickel so valuable? It all comes down to its condition. Coins in circulation condition may show signs of wear, scratches, and tarnishing. However, the 1964 Jefferson nickel has some unique characteristics that collectors look for. Now, let's get to the big question: what is this nickel worth? While typical circulation condition nickels might trade for face value or just a bit more, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark has shown remarkable market demand. As of now, you can expect to find them priced anywhere from $120,000 depending on condition. However, certain specimens, especially those that might show less wear or have unique characteristics, can fetch prices much higher, up to $380,000 or more. I started collecting Jefferson nickels because I loved the history behind them. The 1964 without a mint mark is special. It's like holding a piece of American heritage. This coin is particularly sought after due to its age and the historical context of the 1960s. It's a reminder of a simpler time, and many collectors find that nostalgic connection quite appealing. So why is it so hard to find? The mint produced millions of nickels in 1964, but as they went into circulation, many were spent, lost, or damaged over time. The coins that remain in circulation today are often worn and marked, making well-preserved examples rare. As the market for rare coins continues to grow, collectors are increasingly turning their attention to coins like the 1964 Jefferson nickel. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keep an eye out for this little gem. It could be hiding in your pocket change. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1964 without a mint mark might seem like just another 5-cent piece, but its value and rarity in today's market can be quite impressive. Make sure to check your collections and change. You never know what treasures you might find. Next up, the 1946 nickel with an S mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just starting your collection, you won't want to miss this. The Monticello Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of Monticello on the reverse. The 1946 nickel was the first to be struck after World War II, marking the transition back to civilian production. It's important to note that this nickel was minted in both P and S mint marks, with the S mint mark indicating it was produced at the San Francisco Mint. Now, the 1946 nickel with an S mint mark is particularly noteworthy for a couple of reasons. First, it is made of 35% silver, a composition that makes it more appealing to collectors and investors alike. Second, the overall survival rate of these coins has dwindled, especially those that remain in circulation condition. What exactly do we mean by circulation condition? Coins in this category typically show signs of wear and tear from everyday transactions. For the 1946 S nickel, this means you might see scratches, dings, and a loss of luster, but they are still recognizable and maintain a level of historical significance. Circulation condition coins are usually valued less than those in uncirculated or proof condition, but they tell a story, having spent decades in pockets, cash registers, and vending machines. Despite being in circulation condition, the rarity of the 1946 S nickel significantly boosts its market value. Depending on its state of wear, you can find these coins valued anywhere from $50,000 to an astonishing $90,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right, minus $100,000 for a nickel. This remarkable value can often take collectors by surprise. Let's talk about the market. The demand for silver coins, especially those that carry historical significance, has surged in recent years. Many collectors are eager to add the 1946 nickel to their collections, not just for its aesthetic appeal, but also as a hedge against inflation. As a result, prices fluctuate based on the coin's condition and the current market trends. In recent auctions, well-circulated examples have sold for between $200,000, while coins in better conditions can fetch much higher prices. It's worth noting that the higher-end examples, those with minimal wear, have been known to reach values around $350,000 in the collector's market. This is particularly impressive for a 5-cent coin. Now, if you're on the hunt for this coin, how can you ensure you're getting the real deal? First, always check the mint mark, which is located on the reverse, just to the right of Monticello. Next, examine the coin for details. Look at the portrait of Jefferson, where on the hair and facial features will give you clues about its condition. Lastly, consider using a magnifying glass to inspect for any counterfeits, especially if you're purchasing from less reputable sources. In conclusion, the 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel with an S mint mark is not just a piece of change, it's a historical artifact that holds significant value in today's market. Whether you're looking to invest or simply appreciate the artistry of coinage, keep your eyes peeled for this little treasure. If you find one, you could be sitting on an unbelievable value. Next up, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This coin not only represents a pivotal moment in American coinage, but also carries a significant value in today's market, especially when in very good condition. So, let's explore what makes this nickel so special. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, honoring one of our nation's founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. The obverse features a profile of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his iconic Monticello estate in Virginia. But what makes the 1942 version unique? In 1942, America was embroiled in World War II, which led to a shortage of copper and other metals. As a result, the U.S. Mint began experimenting with alternative metals for its coins. The 1942 nickel is particularly interesting because it was the last year the nickel was produced using 75% copper and 25% nickel before transitioning to a silver alloy for the rest of the year. Now, while there were several versions of the 1942 nickel minted, the one we're focusing on today is the coin without a mint mark. This indicates it was produced in Philadelphia, which is quite significant because it is rarer compared to its counterparts minted in Denver and San Francisco. In terms of mintages, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 7.2 million of these nickels. While that number may seem high, considering the overall demand and the coin's historical significance, it makes it a sought-after item for collectors. When discussing the value of coins, condition is everything. The 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel can be graded from good to uncirculated, with specific terms like very good, fine, and extremely fine denoting a coin's wear and tear. A coin in very good condition will display moderate wear, with the features still identifiable but showing signs of circulation. It might have some scratches or slight discoloration, but overall, it's still a solid piece of history. Now let's talk about the market value. As of today, a 1942 Monticello nickel without a mint mark in very good condition can fetch between $100,000 on the market. However, prices can vary depending on demand and the specifics of the coin's condition. Coins that are in better condition, the values can skyrocket. An example in fine condition might go for $200,000, while an extremely fine example could be worth $400,000 or more, depending on its provenance and collector interest. If you're considering adding this nickel to your collection, here are some tips. Always buy from reputable dealers and consider getting your coins graded by a professional service if you think they may hold significant value. Proper storage in a coin holder will also help preserve its condition and ultimately its value. The 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just 5 cents, it's a piece of history, reflecting a time of change in our nation. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this nickel represents an exciting opportunity to delve into the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark, known for its unique black color shade. Join us as we explore its history, rarity, and the market value of this silver treasure. First, let's take a closer look at the 1953 Jefferson nickel itself. This coin was part of a series that was first minted in 1938, featuring the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, which is beautifully detailed in this coin's design. The 1953 Jefferson nickel was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the Denver mint mark, represented by a D on the coin, is what we're highlighting today. This mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, a site known for producing quality coins during this era. Now, you might be wondering about the significance of the black color shade. Coin coloration can be influenced by a number of factors, including environmental conditions, storage methods, and even the materials used during minting. This specific black coloration is rare and can make a coin highly sought after by collectors. When assessing the condition of our featured coin, it's essential to consider grading. The 1953D nickel can be found in various grades, from circulated to uncirculated. However, a nickel in black color shade condition indicates it has maintained its integrity, making it a prime candidate for collectors seeking unique specimens. Coins with such distinctive appearances can fetch significantly higher prices in the market. Speaking of market value, let's dive into the numbers. As of today, a typical 1953D nickel in good to very fine condition may range from $200,000. However, for those in extra fine to uncirculated condition, the value can soar to $400,000 or more. Yet, the black color shade coins, due to their rarity, can command much higher prices, often reaching $600,000 and in some cases even more at auctions. Recent auction results show that unique color shades, like the black shade of our featured nickel, can catch the eyes of avid collectors and investors. A 1953D nickel in this condition could potentially sell for several $100s, especially if accompanied by a reputable certification from a grading service. The 1953D Monticello nickel with a black color shade is more than just a coin, it's a piece of history. Its unique appearance and the story behind its minting make it a prized possession for collectors. Not only does it have aesthetic appeal, but it also represents a segment of our country's numismatic heritage. If you're interested in adding a 1953D Monticello nickel to your collection, be sure to check out reputable coin dealers, online marketplaces, and upcoming coin shows. Always verify the authenticity and condition of the coin before making a purchase. Next up, the 1970D Monticello Jefferson nickel. While this coin may not seem extraordinary at first glance, it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and can fetch a surprising market value today. Let's explore its features, its history, and why you should keep an eye out for this nickel. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first issued in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the founder of the University of Virginia. The design features a profile of Jefferson on the obverse and a depiction of his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. This coin has gone through various design changes over the years, but the essence has remained the same. The 1970D nickel was minted at the Denver Mint and is significant for several reasons. First, it was produced during a time when the U.S. was transitioning from silver to clad coins, making it part of a critical era in American coinage. In terms of specifications, the 1970D Monticello nickel weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.21 mm. It is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it its distinctive look and feel. Unlike earlier versions, this nickel does not contain any silver, but its historical significance still garners attention from collectors. Now, let's talk about condition. The 1970D nickel in circulation condition is often found with varying levels of wear. Circulation coins show signs of usage, such as scratches, nicks, and faded designs, which makes them less valuable compared to their uncirculated counterparts. However, finding a 1970D nickel in decent circulation condition can still be quite special, especially if it has retained some of its original luster. Collectors are increasingly looking for coins like this, as they appreciate the stories behind them and their historical significance. Let's discuss the market value. While the face value of the 1970D nickel is just 5 cents, its rarity in certain conditions can increase its worth significantly. In circulation condition, you might find these coins valued anywhere from 25 cents to a couple of dollars, depending on their specific wear and visual appeal. But what makes this coin particularly interesting is the potential for price spikes based on demand. For example, well-preserved examples or those with unique minting errors can fetch prices in the range of $355,000 or more among dedicated collectors. So where can you find a 1970D Monticello Jefferson nickel? Your best bets are local coin shops, online auction sites, and even flea markets. Always keep your eyes peeled in your spare change. You never know when you might stumble upon one of these rare gems. In conclusion, the 1970D Monticello Jefferson nickel is more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a testament to America's rich history and a symbol of the art of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this nickel is a worthy addition to your collection. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1946 with an S mint mark. This little 5-cent piece may seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds a treasure trove of history and value. Struck in 1946, this nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. The Monticello design was originally created by Felix Schlag and has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1938. This particular year, 1946, was significant as it marked the first coinage after World War II, a time when the nation was beginning to recover and rebuild. The S Mint mark indicates that this nickel was produced at the San Francisco Mint, one of the key facilities for U.S. coin production. The post-war era brought about a renewed interest in coin collecting as citizens sought to invest in tangible assets during uncertain times. On the obverse, we see Jefferson facing left, surrounded by the words Liberty and In God We Trust with the date 1946 prominently displayed. The reverse features Monticello, a symbol of American history, with the inscription E pluribus unum above and 5 cents below. The design elements are crisp and clear, especially on coins in circulation condition. So what does circulation condition mean? Coins in circulation condition show signs of wear and tear from being used in everyday transactions. They may have scratches, dings, or a loss of luster, but this does not diminish their charm or value to collectors. Coins like this one often tell a story, reflecting the journeys they've been on over the years. Now, let's talk about value. In today's market, a 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel with an S mint mark in circulation condition can be valued significantly higher than its face value of 5 cents. Depending on the specific condition, you might find these coins selling anywhere from $600,000 in online auctions or coin shops. Collectors often seek specific varieties or conditions which can affect the overall market value. The demand for the 1946 S nickel has remained strong, as collectors appreciate the historical significance and the beautiful design. Being part of the silver nickel series, it also has intrinsic value due to its composition. The 1946 nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, but during the war years, the composition included silver. As a result, these coins are highly sought after, not just for their collectible value but also for their metal content. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1946 with the S mint mark is a remarkable piece of American numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this nickel is a great addition to any collection. If you happen to come across one in circulation, be sure to hold on to it, as its value might surprise you. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of coins.